HBCU Original presents A Seat at the Mic, where real voices from the culture speak their truth. New guests, bold topics, no filter, only on HBCU Original. Hey everybody, this is A Seat at the Mic, and today's guest we're going to have today is Dylan Beard. Listen, superstar in the track world, up and coming, rising, still rising, and we expect him to be an Olympic champion, hopefully in 2028. Hey JL, so just welcome to the show. You know, this is our co-host JL. JL, how's your day been?
Man, my day is fantastic, man. Had an awesome day from beginning to even this point. And this point, I'm really excited because we get to interview a straight up all-star, man. You know what I mean? So he's second to none. I'm excited to hear so much about him and that our listening audience can hear the caliber of individuals that we bring on HBCU Original, the only podcast you need to be listening to. Yes, sir. So I'm excited about that.
Okay, listen, let me give a shout out to our sponsor.
Today's show is sponsored by Swift Pro for all your marketing needs. Want to be a sponsor? It's simple. Just email us for more info. Now back to the show.
Hey man, let's not wait no more. Welcome, Dylan. Mr. Beard, how you doing?
I'm doing fine. How you guys doing?
Good, bro, Dylan. Thank you for coming on the show, man. We really appreciate you, brother.
Thank you for having me.
So Dylan,
Absolutely.
listen, man, we've been watching your career. I also been watching you. I know you. First of all, tell everybody about your upbringing in Baltimore City, and then from there to going to college. What does that look like?
Not much to it. I mean, just was in and out. I went to private school my whole life. So, from the age of kindergarten to 12th grade, I was in private school. Most of my upbringing it does revolve around sports. So I was playing football from the age of 5, football, basketball. Middle school, I played a little soccer. I didn't really get into track and field until my sophomore year of high school, and from that point on. I pretty much gave up all the other sports I was in. Really, sports is just like my outlet as well as the classroom. Track and field was my way of going to college, getting a scholarship, and then me talking to you right now. So that's been that.
What's that? I'm so curious. You said you started track and field when?
In the 10th grade.
That's mind-boggling because a lot of people. A lot of people that's tuning in and watching, to start that late and to end up where you are at now. Did this ever, evolve in your head? Were you thinking you would one day be at this level?
The professional level, I wanted to get there. I didn't know if I'd see myself there, but at this level where I'm at now, I didn't really expect that at all.
Wow. So Dylan, when did you know? I mean, have athletes that they have all kind of a different exposure, they and different opportunities. But when did you know that this is what I would be doing for most of my professional life? What when did you know?
Probably not until my last 2 years of college. When I was in grad school at Howard, I had previously taken about a year and a half off to 2 years from the sport because of COVID and just staying home after that. And I got to Howard University, and from there I was working with Olympic bronze medalist David Oliver. So really just kind of seeing, running things by him, listening what he says, and, seeing the numbers speak for themselves, the times I dropped off. I was just like, okay, like, this could really happen. This could be something true. And it's just, I think not going to say the confirmation, but him saying like, at one point he did say, you can run at the next level, if you wanted to. You don't have to, of course. But, just hearing that from someone who was on the next level, I mean, that was definitely like, okay, I don't need to do this, but I want to do this for me. And, it's no better blessing than to hear from the man himself.
Wow. And so from Archbishop to Wagner, you started at Wagner, correct?
Yes.
and then on to Hampton, and then finally Howard.
Mhm.
Those steps. Walk us through all those different steps.
Yeah,
From
so
Wagner. Yeah, I'm just curious.
so Wagner College, I started school there 2016, and then went there 2016 to 2018. But my start at Wagner was pretty good. I mean, coming from where I was coming from, the level I was at the time, it was like a perfect fit. I came right into the NEC, just kind of, smooth, like nothing changed. Won an indoor conference, didn't place outdoor conference, then won another indoor conference. So things were going good. And during the indoor season, I tweaked something my sophomore year, something in
Mm,
my back. So I elected not to run. And during that process of just not running, I just kind of thought to myself, like, I think I could, run a little bit more competitively. I was, another hurdler on the team with me, but it just felt like I could fit in better somewhere, or be able to
mhm.
grow somewhere. Get a little bit uncomfortable and grow somewhere else. So during that time period of me not running, I decided to, before then there was no transfer portal. It was I don't even know
Yeah.
how I was. I just knew you gotta get a release or permission to contact other schools. So I reached out to
Mhm.
Hampton University. I saw they had a great team of hurdlers where I think I could fit in, and as you know, I made that move to Hampton
Yeah.
University. Uh, Rough
Mhm.
transition for me, just because I was
Mm,
still dealing with injuries, still trying to find my footing. Transferring schools is hard enough, so things didn't really get rolling. I think late in the indoor season, like around late February or March. And I mean, I kind of got back on pace where I was at Wagner, a little faster. Outdoor season,
Mhm.
still seeing the times drop a little bit, but nothing too competitive. So then I go into this would be my senior year technically. I ended up doing 5 years at altogether for undergrad, but this would be my fourth year. Did another indoor season, probably my best indoor season collegiately, and then that's when COVID happened, so I didn't get the
oh
outdoor.
yeah.
And um, I mean, it was just like we didn't really know what was going on at that time. So, we were
Yeah.
expecting to come back 2 weeks. 2 weeks turned into the whole semester, whole summer. And then, I'm waiting to get the call back when we go back to campus. And, I see everybody else going back to school, restrictions, everything, but everybody going back to school. But for my scenario, my situation, we were told, you guys will come back in January. So,
Mhm.
train on your own during the fall, come back ready to go, we'll compete and everything. I was like, okay, cool, cool, cool. Training. I fell off a little bit. I can't even lie. I was just, being home. And then some
Mhm.
point during the fall, we got a call that none of us would come back. Like a lot of
Wow.
sports didn't come back. So it was just kind of, I
Mhm.
definitely stopped after that point. But it was just, it was like, okay, like I can focus on getting my degree now. I got a degree in biochemistry, so all my
Wow.
time
Mhm.
attention was
Wow.
catered to
Wow.
finishing that up, getting the degree, and then at that point in time, I was kind of done with track and field, mentally and physically too. I was just like, okay, let me start applying to graduate schools, professional programs, and then
Mhm.
sometime during all that, I had a buddy I was talking to. He was just like, we actually went to Wagner together. He was just like, you should reach out to Howard University, it's close to home. David Oliver is the coach, and I'm just like,
Mhm.
David, who? I don't know who that
Yeah.
is. And
Yeah.
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 it's actually the second time he recommended me going to Howard. He recommended me before I left Wagner to go to Howard, or before I went to Hampton. He's like, just go to Howard. You probably would fit in great. So this time I listened to him. I reached out to Howard, but I reached out to maybe 10, 20 other schools to see, what was possible. And Howard just
Mhm.
naturally gave me the best fit. I mean, maybe I was a little biased already coming from an HBCU, and then it was close to
Yep.
Yeah.
home. I mean, then, doing my research, Olympic bronze medalist, world champion, I was like, okay, like it's
Oh
crossing
yeah.
everything off. Like it makes sense. It's not too far.
Yeah. Oliver, he's a monster.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a monster coach. So, and I remember Howard because I went to actually Bowie State, and
Oh, you went to Bowie State?
so yeah, and Sam Caldwell was my coach. And so we actually how he used to come up there, and they were like buddies, man, and a lot of fun time. But yeah, Oliver is a straight dog, and
Mhm.
he's gonna put
Mhm.
it to you.
Yeah,
tell
yeah.
you what's wrong and tell you what's right. So,
Yeah, Vince was the track star. Vince, tell him,
so
don't be shy, Vince. Tell him, yeah, what you
no,
did.
no, no,
You might
no,
want
I never quite got to the. Now I was a hurler as well. You know, I did the 110s as well, and never got that low in the 13s, but I got a mid 1340. But the running hurdles is an art, and then you definitely need a great coach to push you and show you into and tweak things. So definitely,
to.
man. But I am so glad you met Oliver, man. You know, you've been blessed, and a lot of people don't know your story. Tell them the infamous story about you in Walmart. John, you got to hear this. This is an amazing story. And for those who watch it, listen to this carefully. Um, we'll let you go ahead. Well, go ahead, Barry. You can tell your story.
Okay, yeah. So after my 2 years at Howard, it really started. Didn't make it to the NCAA nationals. Didn't even make it out the first round at the regional meet. So I talked to Coach Oliver. He's like, "You still want to run?" I said, "Yeah, I still want to run." He said, "All right, find a pro coach. Move wherever that coach is and start training with him." And that's what I did. I moved to North Carolina. I went trained under Ruben McCoy. He's at NC State, and that's where I trained with him. I moved in with my aunt in North Carolina, and before I got there, I applied for a job at Walmart just make sure I can fund myself, be able to fund this career I want to start, and I got the job before I even got to North Carolina. So I moved to North Carolina, get the job, and I'm working 30 hours a week. Training during the day, lifting during the day, working at night, working all weekend, doing all this until the indoor season starts. And indoor season is going great. First 3 races, personal best, personal best, personal best. And then my first professional race at the 2024 Millrose Games. I went out there, beat some real professional guys, guys that's been on teams and everything. And I got a first place win, a facility record, a personal best.
Uh-huh.
And
Wow.
honestly, we put everything on the map. I did the interview, and he's like, you're wearing different brands out here. What are you doing? You got, how are you supporting yourself? And I was just like, man, I'm working at a Walmart. I work in a deli, and in North Carolina, and that was the start of everything. Honestly, that's why you say it's infamous. I was literally
It's crazy because I was actually there at the Millrose game.
really.
I was filming and doing because right after they hit the HBCU track and field meet up there, and so I was already out there, and I didn't even get a chance to even see the race because I normally watch the hurdles. And once I learned, I said, "What?" I said, "How?" I said, "Oh yeah, I remember Dylan." So it was so crazy that that's why we reached out to you. I said, "We got to get him on here, man." Because I didn't realize you were right there at the same time I was there, and I was actually recording because we do a lot of recording. So we had, in fact, one of the athletes from A&T was actually, I think he was there as well. I don't know if you know him or not.
Yeah, Michael Dixon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's my dog.
So we was
So
up there.
Dylan, so Dylan, finish telling us. So how did it actually connect? How did you actually get the sponsorship from Walmart? I mean, did they
Um,
call you? Did you?
Actually, so what happened? So before I went to the Millrose games, I would tell my they call them coaches, basically like a manager, but coaches at Walmart. I was like, hey, I got this event I'm trying to do. I'm gonna be gone for the weekends. Cool, I take off. He's like, yeah, just let us know a couple of days before and you're good. But they didn't know like the scope of everything. So after that interview I just told you about, I went to work. I don't know what day. I think it was maybe a week, maybe 10 days or so afterwards. My manager's like, coach, he's like, hey, so we got something from corporate. Corporate didn't came all the way down. Like they wanna talk to you a little bit, understand your story, what's going on, like what are you reaching towards and everything. So it was just the opportunity to talk to corporate. I explained my story, my background, why I was working at Walmart, why I was trying to run professionally, Olympic Games is,
Uh-huh.
talk at the town that year. So just explaining everything, how track and field works. And, they were really supportive of me. And like a month or two later, I got a $20,000 check for the Olympic trials. And fast forward a little bit, trying to get everything together for the Olympic trials. They actually ended up sponsoring me at the Olympic trials.
Wow.
And just they saw the character in me. They understood what I was trying to do. They really, I was just trying to run, work, and call it a day.
Yeah.
But they
Yeah,
really looked
yeah.
and sponsored me at the Olympic trials, and then went out throughout the year, competed overseas for the first time, and
Mm.
that really just ended my season there. And
Yeah.
yeah, that looked out to where I was able to be sponsored by Sam's Club this year.
Oh
Oh
yeah, Sam.
wow. Oh, that's
That's
awesome, man.
that's awesome, man. Yeah, and a lot of people don't know that Walmart, they do help out their employees. They do
Yes,
sponsor a lot.
Yeah.
For those who out there, bashing Walmart, they do help out.
they do great. I love some Walmart.
Our people, you always got
Yeah.
to bash somebody, and they don't even know the whole story. Yeah, they've been helping
Hmm.
people
Hmm.
out for years, man. That is truly blessing. I think John touched on that Sam's Club will be sponsoring you going forward.
Yes.
Hmm.
Okay,
Good,
and
good.
so
That's what's up.
I just want to know, like, so now, moving forward, 2028, what does that look like? What is the vision, and what is next, down the line for you?
Well, obviously 2028 Olympic year. Obviously, want to be one of the three in my event from the USA to go and represent LA 2028. So, I mean, who wouldn't want to represent, be at Olympic Games on home soil? So that's obviously the goal. The plan from
Hmm.
now and from even this past year until 2028, the plan is pretty much the same. We're gonna, go
Mm,
out here, try to have a similar year to this year where we run fast. We did good at the USA Championships. This or next year be like the World Ultimate Championship. So obviously,
yeah.
qualifying for that's a little different, but the goals are the same: run indoors, run
Mm,
fast, and switch to the outdoors and run fast, and then run at the World Ultimate Championships, and then do the same thing in 2027. Not really switching anything up. There's it worked out this year. I think it'll work out for the next 3 years as well. And then when it comes 2028, just be as focused as I ever can. Keeping the same mentality, same focus, same intention, I should say, and just be ready to roll when it's time to roll.
Wow, that's good, man. Hey, man, I wanted to, just share with some of our listening audience, particularly some of our young, um, our young aspirants, aspiring to be a professional in whatever sport that they are choosing. Just share the regimen that it takes to be a professional athlete, like as far as like your diet, like the whole deal, like and how and what kind of commitment do you have to really play at that level? Because that's different than just I'm good, I got talent,
Mm.
I have potential, but you are in the professional, like you are an Olympic athlete. So share about that, and what all that entails.
So for me, I've right now it feels easy to me. Not easy in the sense of like what I
wow.
do, everything. It's just
Mm,
like I've already put the commitment in years ago, not necessarily at the age of 5 when I started playing sports, not when I started as a sophomore, but through
mm,
college, I was putting in the hours, I put in the work, I was putting in, a little bit of extra work. So my commitment right now from back then is probably a little stronger, but it's nothing new. So commitment's the biggest thing, and the earlier you can start with commitment, whether it be to the sport, like if you go to talk to Coach Oliver right now, he'll say I never missed a
mhm,
day. He
Mm, wow.
unless unless I had COVID where I literally could not be on the campus or around other people, but I literally never missed a day of practice unless I had a day
mm,
off when there was no practice or I was sick. I didn't miss practice for anything, and I mean just it means committing to yourself on the
definitely.
track, showing up every day, not for yourself and for what you want to do, but it also means showing up for yourself outside the track. So diet is something that's I'm working on and getting better with every year. So diet is really
Mhm,
important. Eating the right things, not eating too much junk, not eating much sugary or oily food or just anything that
Mhm.
treat your car like that's a treat your car, treat your body like it's a car, putting the right fuel in it. And
No cheesecake, man. No fast guys.
yeah, none of
I
that
know they.
stuff.
Hey. And I know you was down in North Carolina. That's all they had was fast food
Mm.
and
Oh, soul food.
pork and everything else. That to clog your
From the
system up.
rooted to the tooth.
Hey, Dylan, take us down. I know you the Grand Slam track and field, the one in Kingston, I believe you did win that, correct?
Yeah, I won the 110 hurdles and got third in the 100 in the Kingston Slam.
Mm.
And then that was like a $50,000 prize. What was
Yeah,
that?
$50,000 prize. Yeah, I got $50,000 placed. I
So
think overall.
and so now we know that you got 50,000. We're gonna have to take half of that.
Hey, I've only
Like the
got
tax
half of
man.
that.
Exactly.
I
Now,
think
that's an interesting point that you shared there, Vince. I think we're probably going to say the
yep,
same thing.
same thing.
So go ahead, Vince.
Wait, no, you say you can tell. I
Well,
just
I wanted to, with the NIL deals, all this kind of stuff going on now, you being able to, get paid for what it is you do. How important is that, and what
yeah.
how do you go through that process of managing your
Mm,
funds and putting it in the right places? Is there
uh,
somebody, is there a coach, or is there somebody that you have an advisor? Is there somebody that helps you with that process?
I mean, I recently did get a financial advisor, but I mean, very recent, like maybe 6 weeks ago or so. So,
Oh,
okay.
like I said, everything from when I started as a professional until, a few weeks ago, like I literally was like dishing, like, I was working full time. So I was dishing all my money. So I was handling, money that wasn't a lot of money to travel, to compete, to eat and everything. So it's just like I knew what was important. Like there was literally track meet. I actually the Millrose Games. I think I went to that track meet. I had like 55 cents in my account. Just you know
Wow.
hmm.
pay.
Wow.
Trying to pay, pay whatever off that I needed to pay off, and trying to compete. So it's I think financially, working with not having a lot and then having a lot is, a lot easier. So I mean now
Hmm.
I'm in a situation where I can pay rent, pay a car note, and do whatever. So literally just goes to the stuff I need. I don't really, spend money
Mm,
on I mean
Yeah.
I spend money for a good time, but like there's
mm,
not really much I need. I'm used to just being in the house, going to work, going to practice. So now it's just
mm,
same thing, going to work, going to practice, being at home. So that's where most of my
mm.
funds, go to. And then obviously when I travel, spend funds there. But there's no, you know, there's nothing new that I'm adding into that cycle.
What's the largest one thing that you purchased?
Um,
After the Grand Slam, what did you do?
After the Grand Slam, let me see. What did I
I know
purchase?
you had to go to vacation somewhere. I don't know, one
Vacation.
of the islands somewhere.
No, I mean, I wish I had a small vacation. I went to the Bahamas this year, but that was for another track.
Okay.
But no, my season was so long. I didn't. I would say I just spent an extra week in Japan after the World Championships. That
Okay.
was, yeah, like I was already there. I just got a room for another week. Flight was kind of already paid for by the USA team, so I just spent another week out there. Had my fun. Really just
Mm,
celebrated a whole year. Celebrated my birthday. So that's probably my trip. And then I spent a lot of time
mm.
home or away. I went to visit my aunt in North Carolina, and then went to Baltimore
Okay.
for a couple weeks. So um, wasn't really a vacation, but I just spent time with the people I would spend time with if I wasn't traveling or competing.
How was your experience at the World Championship? Just going about to get around to that part, but how was the experience at the World Championships in Japan? First of all, I mean, just even making it in itself is remarkable. This is a one in a lifetime opportunity, and for those who are watching, the amount of detail, the amount of work it takes is very, very, very gruesome. It's and they don't they need to know you know, I think a lot of people take it for granted almost. Oh, these athletes, they don't do anything. They don't have a clue. Take us just take us on that road to going to Japan. And what was your thought process like?
Going to Japan, Japan was a lot. I mean, I got there about a week before I competed, and I just couldn't sleep. It's 12, 13, 12 or 13, 11, 12 or 13 hour difference from where I'm at now versus where I was in Japan. So first few nights, I either wasn't sleeping or I was, taking a nap and just up the whole night. And then it was extremely hot. I just remember like sweating, having to wear multiple clothes, different times of the day. And just, trying to make the best of it, trying to be social, trying to talk to everybody, but trying to like understand like, this is still work. This is still like I'm, still trying to excel at the sport. I literally worked the whole year to get to this moment, so I didn't want to like be too distracted from it. But it was good that first 4 or 5 days, trouble sleeping and everything. But I think what was it, maybe 2 days before, I started thinking like, oh, this is like the longest or the earliest I've come to a track meet, and not just gotten it out the way. So it's about a day or two before I'm just like, okay, like we're about to run. Like, this is serious. This is like literally all I've been training for. And like, for me, it was just a little bit more mental fatigue or like just mental block, just because like I literally was like competing on my birthday. Like, and my thought process is like, this is a great gift and all, but you don't want to do something where you just like, I remember that birthday. It was, my thing was, man, I literally just wanted to have a great run, great on my birthday. It was round one, so I remember warming up. The U.S. team actually got me like a little cupcake, before warming up and racing. I just didn't eat it, but they were like, just sing me happy birthday. So I was, I was in better spirits, ready to compete. Still a little nervous, and then I get to the track, and it is like it's hot out there, but I get to the track, it's hot. I'm drenched in sweat. I forgot to bring a water bottle. My throat is dry. I'm just like trying to cough, trying to clear my throat. I'm just like, ugh. But it was just like I was on the line, ready to go, and then the gun goes off. I get probably the worst start of the year. Just sat in the blocks a little too long. But no, I ran a pretty clean race. Came through, and I came first. Got the automatic cue for my heat, and then I was good. I was like, we even had a good birthday. We going to cool down and then get ready for round two tomorrow, the next day. And it's kind of the same thing. Just get ready, warm up, get to the track, and get ready to compete again. And then this time, had a better start. Just didn't have the best finish, and I missed out being in the final by very small margin for me being in the final and not being in the final, or me having an automatic cue and me not being in the final. But I mean, I was happy. I mean, I didn't make it to the final, but I was like, hey, we last year we weren't even on the team, so I was just I'm just like, hey, we did better than last year. We got a lot further than last year. We got a lot faster than last year, and I was just like, I mean, I've got nothing.
It's a process. It's a process, man. I see the process coming, and so being around all the other teammates on the USA team, is there a camaraderie? I mean, do you guys speak to each other? Do they give you advice? Is there some coaches you confide in?
I mean, I believe every time I've been on a U.S. team, it's been different coaches and everything. So not necessarily the most familiar with the coaches, but in the athletes too, it's always, some athletes stay on the team, but it's always different athletes. But when I was out there, I made a lot of friends on the U.S. team, like all around, like with all the other countries on the U.S. team. I was hanging out with somebody every day, like getting lunch, getting breakfast, getting dinner, and it was just like,
that's good.
Like, although we're there to work, we're there to do everything. I think it's just like amazing that it's just like it's literally people in the same situation, same mindset, same ready to lock in, but want to just spend quality time or good time around good community. So I would say in my event, the 110 hurdles, the guy hurdles, I think we're cool too. I mean, I didn't hang out with none of the guys there, I think I trained with Jacoby one day, but no, we're cool. We don't hang out obviously when we're about to compete, but those guys are pretty cool. You know, I can always say what's up, talk to them, whatever. But
Mm-hmm.
just me, it was pretty much everybody except the hurdlers I was talking to.
Hey, you know, being
That's good.
a professional athlete on that level, is there any star shock when you meet a certain athlete?
Star shock.
Hey, oh, that's so and so. That's so and so. I was just curious, just being
Oh,
in
okay.
that world.
Um, Not really. I mean, for some people it's just like, oh, they're either taller in person or a lot short. There was a couple of athletes I was starstruck just because like I didn't know who they were. Like I might know their name, didn't know their face. Like, oh, okay, I understand. Or I know their face, but I was like, I don't know the name, or just some kind of like that was my starstruck. Like, oh, you look a little different. You look different. I didn't know your name, but I know about like that was my kind of starstruck. No one really on the scene is just like big shock or anything.
Mm.
Especially since I've been seeing about them or like watching them since being in college. So,
Right.
or at least the
Have
familiar
you
ones in college.
have you met any celebrities? Have you seen any celebrities, particularly at those Olympic those kinds of games, like when you were in Japan?
Um, I don't think so. I don't think I met any celebrities there, or I
Okay.
wouldn't know they were celebrities. But no celebrities at that.
Are you on social media real tough?
Am I on social media? What?
Like real are you frequently on social media?
Not
On
not not really. I'm on it to scroll, get a little newspaper in, but I don't
yeah.
really dive into it like that. Like I like to see something
Okay.
funny on there here and there, but
Okay.
it's a little too much for me.
I didn't know if somebody DM'd you, somebody, it might
Nah,
be
my DM,
uh,
ain't nothing going on in my DM. They say zero.
Good answer. Good answer.
Hey, hey, hey,
That's good.
as far as the pay is concerned, with the United States, a lot of times they don't. I heard people they don't pay the athletes well. So, what is your, I guess, input on that? Should you guys get paid more? Should you guys be, or get paid by private persons, or, you know, what is your view on that? On the money that they give out, because they don't give a lot of money. I hear, so I hear, to the athletes. There's a lot of complaints.
So my experience, I feel like I'm on both sides of it. So my initial experience is like I'm applying for or what is it, grants, or to be like
Right.
uh I forget what it is, but to be where I'm able to where I'm getting financially compensated for like being a member of the U.S. Not in the team, just a USATF person and or athlete,
Mm,
I should say. And my initial experience was just like, oh, from the outside in, it's like it seems as though the not I don't want to say the well off, but it seems like it's like a scenario like the richer get rich, and then
yeah.
those who don't have, yeah. And so like on the
Yeah.
outside, I'm just like, so you're telling me they're getting shoe sponsorship money from USATF and then USATF Foundation. I was just like, man,
Mm,
that's. I'm just like they're giving it to people who don't need it, but then realizing it's just like it's a lot of work to do all that. It's just like
Yeah.
you get sponsored because you do what you had to do. You get the money from USATF because you're ranked a certain amount and everything, and then foundation they give money at their own discretion based on whatever the criteria is, and I genuinely understand it. I wouldn't say the US doesn't pay their athletes or pay them well. Like I think it's just a matter of, I guess, who, or like it's a lot of people who
Yeah.
mhm.
try to run for the US, and then it's just like a percentage that's actually like getting not the profits, but
Right.
getting what they can give out. And I
Yeah.
understand. I understand it's got to be some standard to it, some kind of
Mhm.
cutoff for everything. So being on both sides, I do get it. but
Do
being
you
on the
have now?
winning.
Let me ask you this: do you have representation? Like, do you have an agent or
Yes.
um, somebody that? Okay.
Yeah.
And I just was asking that because you got, you have a lot of, professional athletes that, have agents, have different people that really help them, like with build foundations, something that they build on the side, maybe
Hmm.
part of their passion or something that they may want to do to contribute to. And then somebody that is focused on the money, right?
Hmm.
Because
Yeah.
because
Exactly.
being realistic is like, it takes money to you never have there's never enough because there's always something else coming up. There's always something that you have to do in order to take care of yourself and do the things that you really need to do. So I just was wondering if there was somebody that was sort of a focal point in that focused on your those kinds of things for you.
Um, Definitely have management in with an agent. Um, I wouldn't say that's been I guess priority just because at one point it wasn't it wasn't too much money coming in. So it was
Okay.
more so it was more so about I need to get more exposure. I need to do well at the meets. The meet.
Yeah.
That would be me getting paid. My sponsorship with Walmart and Sam's Club, that was financial.
Hmm.
Gain and benefit as well as running
Mm.
them. So it was more so just like we got to get active. We got to be hungry. We got to you know
Hmm.
we got to make something shake out here. So that was kind of more
Yeah.
so approach. Take advantage of not any, but every opportunity that's good and it's presented that uh we can get a good grasp on.
Yeah.
You know,
No
it's funny.
doubt.
I applaud like people like I've seen over the summer, and I was actually covering with Michael Johnson's Grand Slam and a couple other meets. And I see the scheme, I see the opportunity that it's beginning to grow. You guys are going to get more money. Some of these meets will be a lot larger and a lot bigger. So were you invited to the Grand Slam at all?
Um, hmm. Well, I mean, yeah, I was initially I
Yeah.
wasn't supposed to be in the first Grand Slam. I was like a last minute someone couldn't run, so I was a last minute exchange, and then I got invited back to the second Grand Slam. So that's how that worked out. So I was technically invited.
Hmm.
I wanted to, even being an alumni from HBCU and, like Hampton, did they ever call you back to do maybe, venues or, pay you to speak for the school, university, or, there was a lot of opportunities to, do things on that level as well. Have they ever come back to you, spoke to you?
No, not Hampton hasn't come back for really any opportunities for me to do anything like that. And
Wow.
I was speaking to somebody about that, about
Wow.
speaking, telling more about my story, about myself.
Hmm.
But
Hmm.
same with Howard. I mean, I frequently go back to Howard, at least try to go maybe twice a year
Hmm.
back to Howard, just to chop it up, see what's going on, but
They got to
never
do
really.
better, man. I'm just gonna be flat out and say, you got to do better. When you have
Yeah, they
athletes
gotta do better, man.
on this
Yeah.
level, when you have athletes who went to your university school, um, this is the way you can help push your school, your university. You put them at
Hmm.
the helm, and
Yeah, no doubt.
times
Hmm.
and I'm not saying they always do it, but sometimes they drop the ball. Sometimes here's a great opportunity to be represented on a world stage, and
Hmm.
you know, and we got to do
And you
better.
got and the thing is, Vince, they have one of their own that is out here on an Olympic level, on a professional level. I mean, that's just,
Yeah.
that should sort of be a given that, he comes back and, and speaks. They invite him to come speak and, do whatever to represent the university.
Listen, man,
You
if
know,
they don't want to do it, we'll do it. We'll have our own track meet, man, and get you
yeah,
100,000, man. Come back and run, man. One
yeah.
day.
I'm sure it'll happen one day.
Yeah, I think it might be
Yeah,
just a little too fresh right now, you know.
yeah. They probably waiting on him to win some more.
But that's the
You know,
time. No. That's the time you're supposed to do it. You ain't supposed to wait
yeah,
just because the person is winning or when they up. You got to
yeah,
take when they
exactly,
down.
exactly. Give it to him now. That's that right, ride. That's right,
Give it
ride with him.
hours
Ride.
now.
A lot of African Americans. You got to stop this. Only supporting somebody when they up.
Mm,
Stop that. Support somebody when they down, when they in the middle, when they up. You know what I mean? And that's it just goes to show you that we're still not connected. Like, we're still out of tune with you know.
Mhm.
And then like you said about the marketing dollars, there's opportunities. There's a lot of so many opportunities.
Yeah, yeah.
Utilize your alumni as well. It's a true tragedy that they have not embraced it, but
Mhm.
maybe down the line, man. I don't know who's in charge, who's the athletic director, SID down there, but you need to step
Mhm.
up, like seriously.
No doubt,
So,
no doubt.
but listen, man, this has been an amazing story. Hey, where's your next race coming up for the indoor? I know it's indoor season. We're actually already in it. Correct? I think we're already in it.
I think the college kids going go off in about 2 or 3 weeks, but I won't be running until either late January or February. I'm not sure where I'll be running. I'll be looking to try to get into the New Balance Grand Prix and Millrose Games and
Okay, the Grand Prix. Hmm.
see how else the indoor
Mhm.
shapes up when I find out. But definitely looking to try to get into those meets and run.
Mhm.
It's a little later than what I would want to run or what I'm normally used to running, but definitely try to be those two meets.
Oh, okay. That's good. Let's keep us up to date on, the
We'll
things you
definitely
got
come up
going
and
on,
cover you.
'cause
You
we
know.
definitely want to support you. That'd be great.
Hey, so I know going into the next season, 2026, should we see you under 13?
Under 13, hey, that's the goal. Me and my coach just talked about it today. He said it's no, he was getting upset about me because we
Yeah.
should have ran under 13 this year. But I think next year, everything goes good, everything goes healthy. Keep the same regimen, whether with sleep and diet. I think under 13 seconds is not gonna be I want to say no brainer, but definitely something that should be in the cards and a
And for
lot of the
those
game.
watching who don't know, the equivalent to under 13 in the 100-meter dash would be around 9.90 in
Oh,
that
really?
range.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of people don't. It'd be like 9.90 or 9.95. So that's like the equivalent of running under 13 seconds. For those who don't really, have a measuring stick. Yeah, because guys are running like 980s, so 975, 976. So yeah, it's definitely in the same range. So a lot of people say, well, what's that mean? But hey, man, I know you can do it. I believe you can do it, and I definitely we'll see you at the 2028 Olympics in LA. And that's if Trump don't try to ban it, because he's talking about this other day. Oh, we may not have the Olympics. I'm like, what are we talking about here?
Really?
And now he's
Man,
talking about the FIFA game. So I'm like,
the World Cup, he trying to get rid of that.
hey, if Trump don't get his way, I guess hey.
Yeah, you know how that go. Yeah.
So, but yeah, this has been a incredible time with you today, man. We appreciate you coming on and spending some of your quality
Mhm.
time with us.
Yeah.
So listen, I know your story's been told all over the place. NBC, what is it? NBC Sports. You were even on Forbes, weren't you on Forbes?
Yeah.
Uh, so now he was
Wow.
on
Wow.
he was on the Forbes.
He was on Forbes?
Yeah,
Wow. Okay.
a couple of them.
So you
And
told
he,
you
and he was
Yeah.
so
on
I don't
NB
TMZ.
know.
so you was
I said, look,
I mean,
and he was on
that's good.
TMZ for a good reason though.
That's right.
for good
Good.
reason. That's
For good
blessings.
reason.
All glory to God.
There you go.
Amen. Good.
And that's
I
we're
would
gonna take
look,
it up.
I yeah, yeah. I knew that was coming. I said we're gonna end it with that. Yeah, exactly. Well, we want to thank you, man, for coming on board, just sharing your story. And I love fact that you keep God first in your life, and
Oh,
you acknowledge Him in all your ways, which is beautiful, and that just goes to your success and how you've been raised. That's a beautiful thing. So we want to thank you, and we want to thank everybody for just tuning in. We thank you for hanging out with us for a little while here at HBCU Original, and we just want to thank you, man. Thank you, brother Dylan Beard. You've been a blessing, man, and I know you're gonna bless a whole lot of other people. So thank you, brother, for coming on board.
Thank y'all for having me. I really do appreciate the time. This has been a blessing. This has really been a blessing.
all right.
Amen.
Thank you, Joe. Hey,
All
John.
right.
So, listen, man, that was a great interview. We want to,
It was, man. That was
out there
good.
watching. Stay tuned. We're going to show you his schedule coming up. We'll get that for you. For those following Dylan Beard, listen, support the man. If you want to donate some money, we'll show you how to donate to his campaign for running and working out and training. Listen, for those who are watching, we're about to give you a takeout message from JL. Run it, JL.
And we are really excited about what God is doing with HBCU Original. He just has us different places, what it is that we're doing, but we want to talk about the things that are going on with you and what's out there in the world. We just thank God for all this happening here with us, and so we want you to continue to move forward in your life and the things that you're doing and continue to make those strides and those steps toward greatness. Listen, we love you, and ain't nothing you can do about it. We thank you so much for your time and all that you've given to us. We really appreciate that. So thank you very much.
All right, guys. Peace.